Hello, everybody. Apparently, both my webcam and I have a cold, so if I seem a little off, if my voice is off, that's why, and that's why you don't have the little picture of me in the corner. So, this is for version B of the nervous system quiz, and I will just be going over the answers so you know how I graded. Okay, so here are the average scores for my class. I don't know about Mr. Keegan's class, but I imagine it's pretty similar. So our average was about a 66. Second hour came in a little bit above with a 67, and seventh hour a little bit behind with a 61. So that means most of you have the opportunity to do a retake on this exam. Okay, so the first four questions were pretty simple, just vocabulary. You either know it or you don't. So a stimulus is D, a change in the environment. A motor neuron is C, passes on messages to tissues and organs. So the three types of neurons are a sensory neuron, an inner neuron, and a motor neuron. And the motor neuron is the one that helps with movement, so it talks to the tissues and the organs. A reflex is an automatic response to a stimuli, and the somatic system is part of the peripheral nervous system, and it controls voluntary movement. Okay, question 5. Give an example of a substance that might have an effect on the nervous system. Will it slow down or speed up a person's response time? So this question was worth 2 points for identifying a substance and then for saying whether it'll slow down or speed up. So the most common answer was alcohol, which will of course slow down a person's response time. Another answer that I saw a lot was coffee or caffeine, which would speed up a person's response time. Okay, question 6. What organs are involved in the CNS? Answers were all over the place on this question. What I was really looking for is the brain and the spinal cord. I still accepted it if you put nerves, but nerves aren't actually an organ, so I was looking for brain and spinal cord. What are the three main functions of the nervous system? The three main functions of the nervous system are to gather information, maintain homeostasis, and respond to stimuli. How is a response different from a reflex? So if you go back to questions 1 through 4, you already had the definition for a reflex, which is an automatic response. So with a reflex, the brain doesn't get any say. It just happens instantly. With a response, the brain makes the decision. Would the body be able to respond to stimuli if the inner neurons were not functioning? Why or why not? So this is another one that was worth 2 points. And what I was looking for is no, it would not be able to respond because the inner neurons pass information from one neuron to the next. So just like a relay race, if you don't pass on the baton, you can't keep competing. So the information would never make it through the body for a response to happen. How do the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system interact? So there was a lot of variation in these answers, and I was pretty willing to accept what you put as long as it was kind of close. So how they interact is the peripheral nervous system takes in the information and sends it up the spinal cord to the brain. The spinal cord and the brain make up the central nervous system. And the brain chooses a decision, and then sends that information down the spinal cord out to the peripheral nervous system, which makes the response happen. So they're constantly sending information back and forth to each other. Okay, so what I want you to do is either on Canvas, that's my preferred option, is on Canvas, or on YouTube, or even on a piece of paper that you turn in class, answer these 3 questions. How did you prepare for this quiz? Which questions did you struggle with the most, and why do you think that is? And number 3, how will you prepare for the unit exam on September 20th? So that was our quiz. It was worth 14 points. If you have any questions, if you disagree with how I marked your answers, please come talk to me or Mr. Keegan. And if you need to do a retake, we will discuss how to do that in class. Have a great day.